Hello and welcome back to another video from Jerba Campervans. Now today I thought I would give you a little look into the process here at Gerber, kind of take you through the stages of the van build. So we'll start with an empty van, what it looks like when we receive it from Volkswagen, and I'll show you each of the stages and kind of what's done at those stages, and we'll kind of see a van evolve from being an empty van, empty panel van, to being a fully blown Jerba camper van. And we've got one which is almost finished here, so I can show you the finished product. We'll show you a chromatate, so you'll really get to see everything that's going on here. So let's jump in. So this is an empty van as it comes from Volkswagen. Now the customer has spec'd this van to the requirements, so they've chosen the engine, they've chosen the colour, they've gone for this nice grey, they've chosen all the extras they'd like. So things like air conditioning, those sort of things, radio upgrades. So it's just the base van now with everything they'd like in the van, and you can see it comes with the standard rubber flooring. We've got the side panels on there. So this is how it starts, and you can see that Rob has already jumped in here and he's started to strip it out. So what he'll do is he'll take off all the panels off the roof, take out the floor, and you'll get this ready to start what we call the scheduling. And that's basically all the foundational work that we'll do before we start building the furniture, fitting the seats, getting the appliances in, that kind of stuff. So this is stage one. Let's have a look next door and see what happens next. So the vans come in, and there's another really important step that we do when a van first arrives. So we'll do a full inspection of the van, a full inspection of the build, make sure it's got all the right features in it, full inspection, and then we'll do a wrap. So Vince, you can see just now, is doing the wrap with this protective coating, and it's a nice thick wrap that goes around the whole van, covers absolutely everything, and he'll mask off any of the bits that need masked, and he'll leave exposed the bits that we need on the roof so we can chop the roof off. But this basically just protects it against dust, against people brushing against it, or any sort of mishaps that can happen in a workshop. And this stays on right until the end to protect your paintwork, so you know it's going to be perfect when you come to pick up your van. Oh! So this is when we really start to sort of customize, personalize your van. The customer has chosen this woodland grey flooring, so we've put that in, and we actually use a 3-part floor. So it's plywood, then a special foam that we use, then plywood again. Nice and thick, nice and lightweight, and that's for road noise. So it's really good for road noise. It's obviously a big empty van in the back, so they can pick up some road noise, but this really helps with that. And when you bolt a seat on top, it just makes a massive difference. Nice and quiet in the back, makes it comfortable and nice to drive in as a passenger. Now it also helps for insulation purposes, so that foam layer really helps pick up road vibrations and keeps your van nice and warm or cool, keeps it insulated well basically. Now we also at this point have carpet lined the sides, and you'll see that. In behind the carpet lining we've got our eco-friendly insulation, and it's a sort of wool, and it goes in, it's made from recycled bottle caps. It's really good. It does a really great job of insulating the van. So we pack that in, we then put panels over the top of all that, and then we put the carpet lining on, and we trim the entire van from the back to the front. We make sure absolutely everything is covered, no exposed metals. It's quite common for some people to just carpet the bits that you see, but we always find that we just do the entire job to begin with, and then you know you've just got that seal of quality. So also you'll see here that the roof has been chopped out of this van. So Vince and Gareth will cut a big hole out the top, and what they'll then do is put in our purpose designed and manufactured Gerber roof strengthening frame. So we have a special strengthening frame that goes around the entire van, and what that basically does is makes your van safe with a big hole in the top, so it makes it structurally sound, structurally safe. And we do all our tests for our small series type approval to make sure this is safe and it meets all those requirements, and it aces all of the type approval tests, so you can know that it's structurally safe, structurally sound up there. So they've done that, carpeted over that. We've got our roof frames in, and we've also got some holes in the floor in this one for all the pipe work. We've also got some electric cables running in behind the frames, all the stuff you can't see. We've got a couple of lights put on at this point. It's pretty much good to go into the next part of the building where John will get it up on the ramp and they'll start doing things on the underside. So let's go through there and have a little look at what that is. John's currently working on the underside of this van, so it's been scheduled now. It's got all that work done that we saw next door. It comes through here, and what John will do is he'll take all the panels off and he'll expose the underside so he can get in and he can fit if it's getting a second leisure battery. And he can also do things like fit the Wallace exhaust, do all the plumbing work, fit the underslung water tank that we fit under here, and he'll fit Webasto heaters if it's been spec'd with a Webasto heater, all that kind of stuff. But this one is actually a four-wheel drive, so he's got an extra challenge today because it has this large prop shaft that runs all the way down the middle, and you've got your big differential for the rear wheels in this one too. So there's not a lot of space on the underside, so we've developed techniques and systems to fit all our stuff in amongst this and still have it hidden under all of the original panels. So John's going to work on that just now. I'm not sure what this one's been spec'd to. What are you fitting on this one? Wallace. So this one's been spec'd with a second leisure battery and a Wallace. So you can see that John's got the second leisure battery fitted here underslung and the Wallace exhaust coming out just behind it, and it's all looking really neat, really great. So John's still got to drop the diesel tank, and what he'll do is he'll run a fuel feed into the diesel tank directly into the tank to the Wallace. So the Wallace is powered from the diesel in the tank. No separate tank, no need for a container inside a cupboard. It's all done properly. And if you've got diesel in your vehicle, you know that you're going to have diesel to power your Wallace. So really good, efficient system. So once we've done all that stuff on the underside, what we'll then do is take a van over and one of our carpenters will start kitting out the furniture side of things. So Nathan here has just started building the furniture for this van. So Nathan will get a job sheet with the full spec of what this van's getting. And because our carpenters build sort of the bespoke element into the van, so if someone's chosen a grill or someone's chosen not to have a fridge, that sort of thing. Because our carpenters do everything by hand, it means that when they get the job spec, they start to cut the materials and they start to apply, you know, the right holes, the right cuts, the right sizes for the spec of that van. So he'll do all that by hand. So the first thing Nathan will do, will prepare all of his furniture blanks, and then what he'll do is take them into the van and scribe them all to the van so they're a perfect fit with every single camper van, and then start applying doors and doing the cuts for, you know, specific sinks, fridges, hobs, that kind of stuff, really adding that bespoke element into the van. So nice one, Nathan. What we'll do is we'll go over to see Ian next. Ian is a little bit further on in his van and we'll see just what that looks like. So Ian's building this Tyree, and he's a little bit further on than we saw Nathan was. He's actually scribed the furniture, he's fitted it in the van, and you can see he's got the fridge in place and he's about to fit this grill. Now this grill was an additional extra spec by the customer, so you can see the bespoke element, you can see how Ian's had to adapt that into the furniture. And that's also meant that he's had to create a different door underneath, just because there's a difference in space in the cabinets. So why don't you chuck it in and we'll have a look. Okay. Nice. So Ian's got the grill in place now and it's looking really good, and you can start to see how this camper van's all coming together. So all this has to be plumbed in, and John will do that, or possibly Rob. Gas work has to be plumbed in, there's electrical work to do in here. Ian will then come in, finish off the drawers, put on the worktop and get it all finished off looking nice. And something else to note, the man hiding behind the camera, Mr. Callum, have you come on in? Ian's been training his latest apprentice carpenter. You'll probably need to kneel down, but Callum's built his own van now. He's built his first van and it's looking absolutely fantastic. So keep an eye out for Callum. He's been, yeah, really great addition to the team, and he's been turning out the joinery work. He's a master craftsman in the making, so happy days.
Makes a great cup of tea.
Makes a great cup of tea, says Ian. So next we'll go see what the finished article looks like. Once all the guys have done all that hard work and it's gone through all the processes, we come to the finished product. Now this is a Cromarty, so it's a long wheelbase. It's kitchen in the front elevation roof, and this one is really nicely spec'd, and it's actually a really nice combination of colours. It's my favourite colour of van, favourite colour of furniture. It's the furniture choices that I actually had in my own van, and it's just got some really nice bits of kit on it, so you can kind of see how it all comes together. The Cromarty has a 130 centimetre seat bed in the back from a rib, and these are really good, so you can see it's a nice comfortable seat. You can sit back in it, enjoy the journey, or it just really quickly folds over into a nice big double bed, and you've got adjustable back on it, so you can have it all the way up, all the way down, You can create a parcel shelf, or you can get the full height boot space in the back if you want to put your golf clubs or anything like that in there. And you've got all the storage space on the inside too, with access at the fronts. Now, the Cromarty doesn't have a fixed toilet because there's no space in this type of layout, but what we do offer as an extra is a porta potty, and it's basically a toilet that fits into this little cubby hole here, so you can slide it in and out. It's portable. It does have a cassette that you can remove and dispose of at the campsite. They're really, really good, and it's a nice compromise if you like this type of van, but you need a toilet. Now, the difference between Cromarty and our Tyree, long wheelbase and short wheelbase, is 400 millimeters, and that is this cupboard here. So this is a long wheelbase. In the short, you'll lose this cupboard. That's the size difference in the vans. And this one also comes with a bigger fridge, so it's got this nice big Vitrifrigo fridge, and they've all come with a freezer box on the top, so you can get your ice cubes on and get prepared for a couple of drinks when you get to the campsite. They also all come with 2 tables, so you can see a wee table just over that passenger seat there, and there's also a bigger table which clips into the rail here, and that's located just up the back here. So this comes off, clips into the rail, we get a nice big table over this seat here. Really nice. Now this one's been spec'd with a Wallace hob. Wallace hob is a diesel hot plate and night heater. They're really, really good. We've got loads of vans with Wallaces coming up that we're going to be building. People seem to just be going wild for them, which is great. We really like them. And you've also got a little cold water sink next to it. Because the Wallace is such a big unit, it does mean that you get a smaller sink in this one, but it's still more than sufficient for what you'd be doing in a camper van. Obviously lots of storage space. You've got cubby holes everywhere. You know, you've got deep lockers that you can store a lot of stuff in. All the space under the bed. You've got another one here, and then you've got this double height trunk, which you can put your bedding in, all that sort of stuff, and that goes all the way to the floor. So it's really, really good. And obviously the lockers on top too, which are just a little bit bigger than a can of beans, so you can get all your cans in there and various bits and pieces. And you have of course got locker at the back too, so there really is quite a lot of storage. And in this one we've got our Gerber elevating roof bed, which is a beach slatted roof bed. So you can see it there. We've got the slats and a nice comfortable sort of 1.5 to 2 inch full mattress on top. And everyone always asks about head height, so you can see I'm sat in the back as I would if I was driving, and I've got probably, you know, 3.5, 4 inches of head height there, so I'm not going to hit my head if we're bumping. Nice and comfy, and when you get to the campsite you can just push it away. So I've spun the front seats around, and as standard all of the seats come with swivel bases. We order these swivel bases on the vans from Volkswagen, from manufacturer, so they are genuine swivel bases and they're really, really good. You swivel them around and you've got nice seating for 5 people in the camper van and loads of space. Now the Cromarty, being the long wheelbase with that extra 400 millimeters, is great for dogs, and if you've got a full van you can have a dog in the middle, and it's great for a little bit extra storage too. So if you are a big family or you've got a couple of dogs, might be worth thinking about an extra little bit of space. Both the Tyree and the Cromarty are really nice and big and spacious, and you really feel quite cozy and comfortable in them. They're really, really good. With the roof up on a nice night, you can sit, or you can possibly slide the window open, grab yourself a glass of wine, have a bit of fresh air coming and going. If there's midges about, slide in the Gerber midge screen and just enjoy being out and away from home. Just enjoy your time together if you've got some company, and yeah, just soak up the atmosphere. It's a really, really nice thing to do. Now, the Sana we were going to look at has just driven away because it was a rental van and someone has taken it away on their holidays. So we will do a full Sana video next time. But hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed it, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. I also want to say a massive thanks to all the lovely people that have phoned up today, and the lovely couple that came in to see us who were so supportive of this channel and just had loads of nice things to say. So thank you for that. Yeah, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.